How about that? Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully you can hear me now. How are you? It's been a while since we've been on. And pop over to here. Welcome, guys, back to the Asteroid Hunter channel. And we are trying to track this asteroid tonight that is moving pretty fast across the screen. It's kind of crazy right now. Let me show you this thing here real quick. There it is right there. Boom. It's 162082 1998 HL. It's a 12 magnitude asteroid, and it needs data collected for the Minor Planet Center. So that's what we're doing tonight. But one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is go through the process. One thing I want to do, you can kind of see as I'm imaging this thing, it starts to kind of fall apart on me. I'm doing 15-second exposures. I started with 60-second because that's what I normally run at, but at 12 magnitude I had some trailing going on with it. So basically what I want to do right now is I'm going to go even shorter exposure and see if I can get some of this a little bit. That's pretty good round star right there, or round image there. So I want to see if I can keep that consistent. But basically I'm doing a let me go over here to this other screen. I'm using Sharp Cap, and I'm just doing 15 second exposures is all I'm going to grab for this. Let me bring that forward there. I'll bring this up a little bit. How about that? Is that any better? How about I crank it all the way up? Is that better, Brandon? How's that? Okay. So yeah, basically we're just doing a run here, and just wanted to show you guys kind of what we're doing. While that's rolling, we've got a few more of those. We can show you guys. We got some new stuff going on here. We got the new 49-inch ultra-wide display up above that we're running, and just love this thing, the Samsung. So we made some changes to that. We've got some other changes. We built this computer behind me is actually what's controlling the telescope and running this main screen. And then this computer right here, the big red one, is what's running these three and running the camera and everything, and running the stream and running Astrometrica and running all those things. So we've definitely made some improvements and updates. We've got a computer over here running Boink here for the Science Center, mapping the Milky Way galaxy. It's also doing asteroid research. We're looking for quasars on the Einstein side. It's looking for quasars out there. It's also doing SETI at home, so it's reading radio data from the Arecibo Observatory that brings in radio data, and sitting out there looking for signals as well. So it's running 24 hours a day. This science computer right here, the red, you'll see the red fans on it. It's running 24 hours a day, but that's running this screen back here. So we've definitely made some updates here, and in the Asteroid Hunter Control Center, I should say, and cruising along here. So let me see here. I'm going to, so right now, oops. So what I'm going to do right now is we just did a run here. Let me load these images. I just did a 30-second run, or a 30 image run at 15 seconds apiece. So let me just reload those here and just make sure I got the correct things in here. So I'm going to take every 5th frame. So normally when I do 60 seconds, that means they're basically 5 minutes apart. So these will be a little closer because they're only 15-second, but essentially I'm going to load these frames in here that I've just taken. These are 15-second frames that I just took. The telescope is set up outside rolling right now, and let me do a plate solve on this thing. One software I like to use that I've showed in another video is Astrometry.net, which is right here. I loaded that first image into Astrometry.net, and it gives me my exact right ascension declination, these numbers right here. I like to do that. So when I start to run, like do a run, we start to do a run on stuff 30-second or 30 exposures. I'll load the very first one as soon as it's done, and have Astrometry.net just load in the RA and deck, and then it makes life easier because I can just plug those numbers straight into here, and 9 times out of 10, I tend to be spot on as far as my plate solve of where we're at in the sky here. So this is what Astrometry.net or Astrometrica does. It always says not responding half the time, and then it takes time for it to do its thing. It usually does that when you have a number of images loaded. Right now we've got 5 or 6 images loaded, so it takes time for it to extract the objects and plug along. So, but okay, so see, it plate solved automatically. I didn't even have to point it to anything, so it just automatically plate solved. So let me blink these images. So I'm going to blink all those, and I'm going to do a data overlay, this known data overlay right here, and it's going to tell me basically there's a whole, by the way, there's a whole lot of asteroids in this image. When you guys see this, it's going to be insane. Here's all the known asteroids that are in this image from the Minor Planet Center database. So right now we're just looking for, and it's kind of in dead center of the, let me see, where is it at here? It's right in here somewhere. It's right here. So there's the asteroid right there. Let me zoom in. So that's pretty good, actually. Pretty good image on that thing. So like I said, these images are 15-second images. I'm basically stacking them together, blinking them, and there's our asteroid flying across the screen. I just want to get a good data collection on them, so when they start to spread out a little bit like that, I want to see. Let me click on it and measure it and see. See, it's showing 12.3. So right now, if I go to the Minor Planet Center database here, where is that thing? HL1. So it's there's the actual magnitude of it. It's 12.3, and we're getting 12.3. So it's showing 12.3. We're getting 12.3. So I can basically take measurements on this thing at that point. What I probably will do is just do some 10-second exposures just to see what it's looking like. But there it is. This box is kind of outside the realm. One thing Astrometrica doesn't do is kind of calculate movement from over the years of the sun and solar exposure and stuff on this thing. So obviously it's a little bit out of the range of what Astrometrica thinks it can be, but when I talked to the guy who designed the software, there's a few variables that it doesn't account for especially for asteroids that are a little bit older. So I tend to find that when I'm looking at stuff. This says 1998, basically HL1. So this was discovered in 1998. In HL, I can't remember what HLH is, probably sometime in the middle of the year. Every one of those alphabetical numbers, H, A, B, whatever they are specific to the month that they were actually discovered. So I want to say maybe around April. Yeah, you know what it actually says? Should say in here in the Minor Planet Center as well. I want to say April-ish is, I think, HL. Yeah, there it is. So discovery date 4/18/1998. So, so this asteroid's been around for a long time. But basically, there's parts of Astrometrica that don't account for some of that detail. But that doesn't mean that you can't take measurements on it. So, so we will take measurements on this thing as we're doing this tonight. But I just wanted to stream to show you guys kind of a quick thing that we're tracking tonight. This thing's really moving across the sky. As you can see, we are, let me go to the main display here. We're using pH2 guiding to guide our, let me blow that up. So here's our pH2. So we've got a little guide camera on the scope that's actually guiding, controlling the telescope, making sure that it's guiding properly. We're getting, we're getting 0.28 RMS error, which is like extraordinary. Usually anything under 1 is really good, but we're getting 0.27. So our guiding tracking on our mount tonight is just outstanding. So that's what that's doing. Look, it's so cool. I blow this stuff up, man. It's like boom. You gotta love this screen, man. It's so cool. So yeah, so we got pH2 guiding going on, and I got a button here that I can control the keyboard between the two screens. So that's where our tracking is for our scope itself that's happening. So let's take some measurements on this thing tonight. And let's see here. I'm going to go to the first frame right now. So I'm going to hit that thing. Try to get it right in the center, which I do, and then I'm going to go to this object destination. It should pull up the actual asteroid itself, which it does, 1998 HL1. I'm just going to hit OK and accept. I'm going to go to the next frame. I'm going to take another measurement. HL1, accept. We're going to take another measurement. This one's got a little bit of elongation on it, but it's still showing the right magnitude. So we'll take a measurement of that bad boy. This thing's pretty low on the horizon right now. We had to wait for it to come up a little bit, but it is magnitude 12, so I don't need much to be able to capture it. Right there. So there's a few more I'm trying to track tonight, but they're at 04 RA, so I need them to come up a little bit farther in the horizon for me to be able to get to them. Let's see here, 25 and then 30. Just want to take a look at that last frame. How far away is my computer from my scope? Well, you see this white garage door sitting next to me? It's probably about 10 feet from that. It's literally sitting in the driveway of the... it's sitting literally in our driveway. That's where we're taking these pictures. We're in the suburbs of Southern California, and we have an 11-inch Edge HD out there with a Hyperstar running at 1600 ZWO camera, and we're basically capturing these images right from our backyard, which is pretty cool. So it's we've got some 50-foot USB cables that are running to these computers, so we just roll the cables out, and that's it. Brandon, why don't you Brandon, can you email me that picture of the scope that you took tonight, and I'll just show that picture online real quick. Actually, you know what? I have it in the Discord, don't I? I can bring that up actually right here. Never mind. Let me do this. There's our setup outside right now currently. So I have a platform that we built that, because the driveway got an angle on it, we had a little platform built that gets us level, perfectly level. And I have some markers on the actual driveway. And we basically put the platform, it's got wheels on it so you can lift it off. I bought this backdrop because our neighbors have some street lights that go on, so I bought this backdrop and it's on wheels, and we just wheel it right out. And there's supposed to be a dew shield we have on there right now. Right now, this picture was taken without our dew shield, so we have a dew shield that sits on there. But there's the unit, Edge HD 11-inch with a Hyperstar on a CGX mount, and that's pretty much it. I got on the back of it. There's a QHY guide scope with a little guide camera running, and that's what's running D2 guiding right now for us. And essentially I set this thing up and I point it at the North Star and get the thing kind of polar aligned, and then I do an alignment process with it. I go out there with my laptop and I connect my laptop to it, and I align to 3 or 4 stars to get it all aligned. And once it's done, I unplug it and plug it right into the USB cable, and it connects directly with my computers inside. And we essentially use I use Stellarium. Currently, right now, I'm messing with SkyX because we are working with our shout out to our guys there at the Variable Star Hunters. We are fortunate to be part of a team that's helping the Atlas program out there in Hawaii, and we have an actual telescope being built in Dubai right now, and that we are going to be able to control directly from right here in our midst, which is going to be amazing. And so I'm messing with SkyX. That's the next thing I've got to mess with that software. But for the time being, we use Stellarium that you see up here. And I basically download the database from the Minor Planet Center into Stellarium for the day, just whatever's been updated. And then you can essentially pull up, where these objects are. So this particular object, like if I 2082, there it is right there. Boom, it pulls it right up and points it. So because I download the database, I just do a find on it, and then I just basically say, hey, telescope, go over here, and it just goes to right there and gets us there. And we're basically good to go on that. And we just take the pictures, and there it is. So let me do this. Let's put this back here. This and hide this. So yeah, so we have essentially captured some data. I'm going to look at my ADS report file. So here's the file that we actually have created through Astrometrica that shows all of our input that we just input. That quick, that easy, super quick, super easy. I'm going to now go to let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. Hide that. Go on the Minor Planet Center PSV. I'm going to move this PSV file over real quick. That file that was created, I'm going to basically move it where I need it to be here. Hang on one second, and then we're just going to update it and send it that fast. Local Astrometrica. There's our ADS report file. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in our ADS. We have an ADS folder right here that we have just recently updated. 1998 HL. I'm going to just paste that in there so I have that ADS report file sitting there now. Oops. Let me go to here. PSV. And then we're going to send this sucker. So I'm going to choose this file. I'm going to point it to the report that we just created. Okay, it's an actual NEO classified NEO CP here. Gonna hit submit. And boom, it says received. So all of our data is correct in there, and it says observation. So it's all correct. If you have any incorrect data or your ADS report file is no good, it will kick you back and say, sorry, man, your data is no good. So this has taken some time, but fortunately Astrometrica does everything for you. Shout out to our guys over there. We're grateful to them. Do I do this for a living? Zook, I do not do this for a living. I wish I did, but I do not. This is actually a hobby of mine and my 15-year-old son, who's on the other side of this wall right now monitoring this stream. And he's the one that helps me set all this stuff up as well. We do this together. This is a father-son thing, and we love it. But we're fortunate to have telescopes.net, our friends down at Woodland Hills Camera and Telescope that we're just friends with, partnered up with. They are our sole sponsor. They help us with the equipment that we have, and We're grateful to them. You can see on the stream, telescopes.net. By the way, shout out, you guys. If you go to telescopes.net, put in Asteroid Hunter into the promo code. When you check out, you're going to get a discount on all your order, okay? So anybody looking for equipment from Woodland Hills Camera and Telescope, telescopes.net, shout out to those guys. We're grateful to them. So, but through this, yeah, we've been fortunate. We just got connected with our buddies at the Worldwide Variable Star Hunters, and we're putting together a team for the Atlas program for the guys out of Hawaii that's funded by NASA, and we've got a team of guys around the world that I'm connected with. Go to my big display here. I'm actually on the Discord with them right here. I keep them up all the time, and we got guys around the world that are setting up various telescopes, and we're actually got a telescope going in Dubai right now that we're going to be controlling and being part of, and it's going to be totally awesome. So, all right, hang on, stand by a second here. Okay, are we getting beeping? Is that what's going on? Desktop audio muted. Okay. So, so basically, I have sent that data to there. Now, usually, what I will get is I will get a acknowledgement email from the Minor Planet Center. And let me go to it here. Right here. So yeah, so I just got an email already back from them immediately. It says this submission has been accepted for processing. Submission appears request for new observatory code, and we fill out a new observatory code all the time. So we know they're a little behind on giving observatory code, and so we're still waiting. I've talked to the guys over there, and they're still waiting for that. So they've been behind on getting observatory codes. We've been giving submissions for about, well, almost a year now. So they've been super behind, and are going to be getting that back up for us here shortly. So we're looking forward to that. But basically, if you submit something, make a submission, and everything's good, you're going to get this email back, and then basically you click this and you fill in this information for observatory code, which I will do in a bit, and you're good to go on that. So, but yeah, so that's the asteroid we're just chasing tonight. And what I'm going to do right now, while you're looking at that, I'm going to just see what else is there going on. We got 02RA, so let's see 16.9. 15.905. That one's going to be a little too hard for us. I'm just going to look at I'm going to look through some of this stuff here just to see. We're looking for stuff that says useful for orbital improvement, and we're looking for basically in this variance range for the magnitude 16. This is about the limit for us, 16 and a half ish. We probably could get 16.8 right now. It just depends. Declination. It's still, this one's a little low in the horizon, so it may be tough for us to get that low of magnitude with our telescope being the case. But we might try for that in a bit. So let's see. Let me just see if there's anything else out here. I just wanted to track this. The other thing I'm going to do is we'll have to set up again tomorrow night, or in the next few nights, because what they want to do is they want a couple of observations over a couple nights over a couple week period is what they're looking for, what the Minor Planet Center is looking for. So we actually have some that are marked as actual impactors, but see how there's no magnitude on there. These were too dim and were caught for a certain amount of time and then lost. And so we're trying to retrack these, but these were pretty dim at the time. That's why we have no magnitude. But these were actual asteroids that were seen for a short period of time and then have disappeared. Last observed on 2014 July 31st. And we need to get some orbital data on that one. So But again, RA05, this is going to be pretty low in the horizon. RA08, that's going to be really early in the morning for us. So we're just, right now it's a little bit trickier because some of these asteroids are a little bit lower in the horizon for us right now to be looking for. So 15.9, this is going to be 04. So let's take a look and see if I can track this guy as well. So I'm going to go to this main display here, main cam. So let me do this. So we've tracked one asteroid tonight, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can go for another one and see if I can capture it here. And I'll just kind of walk through and see if we can get to it. But let me try, see what we can do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop PH2 guiding, and I'm going to disconnect the mount. Only the mount, and then I'm going to go over here to close out. I'm going to go over here to Stellarium, and I'm going to reconnect the mount, and it sees a telescope immediately. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to search up this asteroid. What is this? We're looking for 35430 RB18. See, it's too low in the horizon for us. See, it's actually sitting down below the horizon. So we have to wait a few hours for this guy to come up. And what's going on here? Oh. So this one's a little bit too low for us, basically, but which is unfortunate. Let's see here. That beep that you guys are hearing is me switching from one computer to the next. 00RA 16.9. I don't think I can capture that one. That's going to be a little bit too 05 17 16. All right, Zook, thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do it. And if you have, I appreciate it, man, greatly. Thank you for our subscribers that support us, man. It's awesome. I know sometimes we're sitting around, we shoot images, we're just kind of waiting around half the time. You know, I get it. All right, here's another one. We're just going to take a look at this one, 01. Let me see. Just this is kind of for, thanks, Zook, for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Let's see, 18172. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can slew this telescope over to this location. This one's actually, this asteroid has been, this asteroid's been cataloged, 2000 QL. But we're going to just shoot some images of it tonight just to show you guys what's happening here. So let me do this. I'm going to current object. I'm going to hit slew, but I'm going to, what I normally do is go outside and just check the telescope. I'm going to go out here and open this door real quick. I always make sure the telescope slews properly to the next location so we don't have any problems. So let me do this. All right, hang on. Okay, looks like the telescope slewed beautifully for us. So what I'm going to do, okay, so the we have basically centered the telescope onto the spot here. So now what I will do is I will disconnect the mount. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go over here to pH guiding, and then I'm going to start looping exposures here, and I'm going to choose an actual select star. Oh, I need to connect the equipment here. Stand by a second. Connect equipment. I'm going to connect the mount. I forgot to connect the mount. So let me connect the mount to to our guiding software. Close that. We're going to start this. I'm going to do an auto star select. And then what I always do is force calibration on it just to make sure that the mount's calibrated properly. And while that's happening, I'm going to come down here to, we'll take a look at our sharp cap here and just start checking some pictures here of what we're looking at. And we are going to go for, this is going to be 18172-2000 QL. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to wait for pH2 guiding to just, I want to recalibrate the mount just a little bit. I always recalibrate every time I move the slew the mount across the sky, just to make sure it's calibrated properly. And I will just do this so it looks pretty cool. Do that. So we'll just make sure that we're tracking properly. And once we're tracking properly, then what I will do, I know those beeps just driving everybody crazy because we keep switching back and forth. I'm basically switching from one computer to the next. Here, I got a solution. Yeah, what's your solution? Okay. So basically, once it starts guiding, then what I will do is just take the first few, start an image capture, and I'm going to also load it into Nova and just make sure that we are know where the plate solve's going to be, and then we'll load them in Astrometrica, and I'll just show you guys. I'm just doing a run here. This asteroid doesn't need data, but I'll at least show you guys kind of a, we'll just take some images here. This thing is, it looks like it's at 15.9 magnitude, so we should be able to capture that. Probably just need about 15-second exposures or so to be able to capture it. Should be fine. So, so stand by a second. We're just waiting for the guiding to get going here. Just takes a little time. Okay, so I'm going to do, I am going to, we're going to just take some 15-second deals here. Let's do this thing stepping. What's this doing? Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what's wrong here. Hang on a second. I know what's going on. We want to clear the data. I always want to clear that data. That's why. Let's see. Sometimes pH2 guiding will actually carry the data from the last guiding. So you have to clear that stuff out when you go to do it again. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem. Let's try that again. Mike, is that you talking? I can't find the marker on map of location. Click marker to set location when I submit the new OBS code into MPC. I'm not sure where you're at right now. I'm not sure where you're at. Can't find the marker on map of location. Click marker to set location when I submit no OBS code in MPC. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Mike. We're just streaming tonight, guys. We're just gonna track an asteroid or so and just show you guys some stuff, and it's all just chilling out here tonight. So
look at the Discord. He put something.
did he? Did he put it in? Which Discord did he put it in? Okay, let me see what he means here. Hang on, Mike. I'll figure out what you got going on here, buddy.
The Asteroid hunting center.
Oh, did you just post my video?
No, in the Asteroid hunting center under general, I think that's what he's talking about. Is that picture?
Oh.
You see it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not showing you a marker, is it? Check observatory position. That's weird. Can you copy and paste that Latin long into the OBS code in the MPC? You just want to make sure your wherever your marker set. Like one thing we did wrong, and Minor Planet Center called me on it, dude. So when we started making submissions, they said, "Hey, I'm looking at your marker, and are you capturing from the top of your house?" And I was like, "Oh no, in the driveway." And he goes, "Can you resubmit with the actual mark?" So I went into Google Maps and I did what you're doing here, and I made sure I was in my driveway, and I think I copied and pasted it in, and then I set it, and then they sent a thing back saying that looks better, thank you. So you want to make sure your markers wherever your scope is exactly supposed to be, which it looks like it probably is, but I don't know where the marker they're talking about, but you probably can just copy that Latin long into the actual observatory request form that they give you. So does that make sense? I hope that helps, man. Okay, so we're guiding right now, guys. I'm going to go back to the main cam. So, oh shoot. You know what? What is going on here? I got a problem here. Hang on one second. This thing should be getting rid of this, and it's not. Auto restore calibration. I don't want to auto restore calibration. It should get rid of all that. I don't know why it's not doing that. Let's see if it's going to guide. Let's stop it. Let's increase this a little bit here. Start looping. And then let's auto select a star. She'll start guiding. See what she does. The fact is, I'm taking 15-second exposures. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. We're going to take some capture some frames here. We're going to go 15-second on the exposures. And then what I'm going to do is, oops. I'm going to capture some 15-second exposures, and then what I'm going to do is put them into Astrometry, the first one, once I get it. So let's do this. So we've captured one exposure, the first exposure, so then I'm going to choose this file. Let's go back to the D drive here. Captures 47, 2. Let's grab the first frame. Let's upload that bad boy. We're uploading this first image into astrometry.net just so I can get my right ascension declination when I put it into Astrometrica. Sometimes astrometry.net is slow because I think it's getting pummeled sometimes from many people looking at it, using it. Right now, it is very slow, and I don't know why. All right, let's see. Let's try to reconnect all here. Man, astrometry.net just died. Looks like our website died, guys. Try re-uploading the file. See what happens. Really slow. Brandon, can you hit the high speed on the AC?
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little warm in here. So for some reason, astrometry.net just basically died on me here. Let's try this again. Come on, baby. Okay. Choose file. Load. There it goes. It's uploading now. It's because Mike bogged it down, man. He's like capturing all kinds of stuff in his backyard right now, man. Come on, Mike. I know you're doing that. 55. It's really slow tonight, man. Just need that first frame. That's all I need. We're 22 of 30 right now capturing, so we're just capturing 15-second images is what we're doing, guys, right now. Sometimes I know it's like watching paint dry. Calibration fail. I don't know why this is doing this. It's really bizarre. And as soon as I get that first frame in there, I'm going to be able to tell you, we'll be able to take a look and see where this stuff is. Again, we're just going to look at this asteroid. We have, this one doesn't need to be cataloged, but we're going to I'll just show you guys some images of it so you can see. We're just doing a chill out stream here tonight. Just want to get on. It's been a while, man, since we've been on, so thought it was good to get on, say hey to you guys. So, 91%. Come on, baby. I'm just uploading this file, and it's taking forever. 96%. I'm just going to start loading those images into while that's doing its thing. Let me start loading these images in. QL 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Almost there. Yeah, we haven't been out much doing streaming. We have been gathering data, but summertime's a little bit tougher because it gets dark later, and you know, I'm like an old man and stuff, and I can't stay up too late, you know. So let's load these bad boys. I just want to go to this first frame. This is what I'm looking for. One thing you can do sometimes, you can load this object in here and you can type in what you're looking for. So if we do 2002 QL, see if it searches. There it is right there. 10. Well, actually it's 18. It's not Q27. It's gonna be. Let me type this number in. 18172. QL7. There's the asteroid right there. So sometimes you can type that in and do it, and then sometimes it'll you can actually just put that into the information if it knows what you're looking for, and it'll just pull it up. So we're just gonna see. I'll be able to tell you. I'll see if I'll plate solve it that way. So we'll give that a shot, because this is still thinking right now. It's waiting. So. But I have found that loading the database into Stellarium is much more efficient for me than taking the actual information from the Minor Planet Center and typing it into the telescope and slewing to those locations based on the time. I've had problems with that. I've gotten about 50% accuracy. I'll go to this location at the right time, and it will be like... it won't, the asteroid won't be in the image at all, you know. All right, let me back this thing down here. It's about 10 magnitude. Let me zoom in. Let's see here. You know, it's concerning because, oh, 10. That's a pretty bright star right there. Let me see if I can get this thing close to this. I don't think that's going to be what we're looking for. Maybe. I doubt it though, because sometimes you have to work this I'm basically working the plate solve in this thing. See if I can figure out the actual angle of my camera. See, I don't think that's going to come up where I need it to be, because that looks like a pretty bright star into the image itself, but if I bring that down, I don't think that plate solve is going to work for what we were trying to do. I really need Nova to come up. Doesn't look like it. So that's not going to work for me. Why is this thing doing what it's doing? It's taking forever, man. It's really bizarre. It's acting like this. It's moving fast now. Looks like they did something because it's cranking now on the upload. Let's see if it's there. It goes. Okay. Let's refresh this page. These guys are usually pretty on it. Astrometry.net. They're pretty rocking on their stuff. It's very rare that the website gives me problems like it just did. It usually is pretty solid. Baby. I know it says 10 minutes, but it's always much faster than that. There it goes. Results page. So it's going to start queuing here shortly, and then we'll be able to get an actual data overlay in our to be able to punch in the coordinates here. So I should probably keep track with a notepad where I'm positioning the sky, but I just find that it's so much easier to just upload it and I'm done, you know. I wonder why this thing will not do what it's supposed to do here. Come on, baby. Mike, did you get that figured out? Hopefully you did, man. I'm hoping you did. This thing works great all the time, and of course when I start streaming it's like not working good. What is that? That's weird. Alexa, play Pandora.
Today's country radio from Pandora.
Alexa, turn the volume down to 30%.
Sorry, we can only set the volume between 0 and 10.
Alexa, put the volume at 3. Can you hear that through the mic, Brandon? Alexa, put the volume at 2. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with astrometry.net tonight. Website's giving me a problem, man. Come on, astrometry.net. You can do it. Yeah, their system's bogging down quite a bit. I just don't know why that is. It's really weird. Let me try another. You guys still hear me okay? I don't know why this is having a problem. There it is. Okay. So we're going to go to here. I'm going to type in these coordinates that you guys are seeing on the screen right there. This right here. These coordinates are going to go into over here. So We're going to 11059.7. Oop. This is going to be 662908. Alexa, put the volume at 3. All right. I don't have any alignment data. Where's my... Okay. That was bizarre. Let's try this again. 1059.7, 2908. None of the star data came up. I'm having a tough time tonight, I tell you what. Just trying to plate solve this image right now into Astrometrica. Why is it not giving me the stars? Bizarre. Alright, well, we're going to do this. When in doubt, start her over. See if that works. Let's try to make that work. Get a water. Downloading from the database. Connecting. Come on, baby. Now that looks better. At least I have some stars to work with here. And look, it's already like almost spot on. So you can see when you use astrometry.net, boys and girls, it just makes your life so much easier. Look at all those wonderful stars that are aligned. Boom, we are plate solved. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my overlay And I want to see if that, hopefully that asteroid's even sitting in there. We don't know yet. We're going to find out. Yes, Christopher, sorry, man. I know it's been a while. We've had so much going on this year, and it's a crazy summer for us. So, but we're glad to be here. Okay, look at, there is something sitting right there in the middle. So let me blink these images. And let's zoom in and see if we see anything moving around, which we don't. And I'm having problems with my guiding right now. I noticed that. That's why the image is shifting a lot. So I don't see anything. This thing's barely even moving. There it is right there. See it right there in the middle of the screen? That's the asteroid right there. You can just make it out. Now that's, again, these are just 15-second exposures. So what we're going to do is, part of my problem right now is I got an issue going on with my guiding. And so let me do this. Thing will just not start, will not guide at all right now. So we need a little bit longer exposures on these things, because that's just not very clear. But that is the asteroid right there. Right there. Moving around there. So I'm going to do... I just cannot get my my guiding to work correctly right now. I don't know why. I'm getting an error on my guiding for some reason. I don't know why that is, guys. So that's part of my problem. What was that, 15-second exposure? Let's see what this is going to look like. I'm going to go here. Let's see what a 30 is going to look like if it looks like it's out of... I can probably guide it 30 seconds, but let's see. Yeah. Actually, I can't do that because it's going to be right now. I'm trying to mess with the guiding. That's why you see the stars going out of focus here. So, definitely need a little bit longer exposure on that, where it's at. I'm working on currently my my PH2 guiding, trying to calibrate it right now. So we got to let that thing run a little bit and see if it'll actually do a calibration for us. I normally don't have these kinds of challenges. Normally we just hit the go button and they just everything works great. But sometimes this is part of it, man. It's just sometimes you have challenges. You know, it is what it is. So, but we're just here to just chill out tonight, man. Just have a chill stream and say hey to you guys that we haven't seen in a while. We got a couple hundred followers now on YouTube, and we're grateful for that, man. Thank you so much for all you guys that help support us, man, and it's totally awesome. Can't thank you enough for that, man. It's incredible, and just want to thank our sponsor too at Woodland Hills Camera and Telescope, and show you guys, hey, man, we got a new 49-inch ultra wide that we just put in. We did some updates to the actual area here, and this is the computer that's controlling the actual scope right now. It's running PH2, so it's trying to calibrate right now. So we got this computer running. We got a computer here, the one that you see with the red fans. It's running some science stuff for us. It's actually measuring focus is going bad there. Measuring the Milky Way. There we go. Milky Way galaxy. It's also doing some SETI stuff. It's also looking for quasars out there, so we got that going. And nope, it's just not moving enough here. Why is this thing doing this to me right now? I don't know why that is. I feel like it's pulling the calibration data from the last thing, and it shouldn't be. It should be resetting. I want it to reset every time. Try recalibration here. So I want to try to do a actual 30-second exposure for you guys, but I may not pull it off tonight. So but yeah, we also want to let guys know, hey man, we just got on with the Worldwide Variable Star Hunters. They just pulled us aboard their team, and they're putting together a team for the Atlas program to help the Atlas guys out of Hawaii. That program's funded by NASA. And we've got an actual telescope going into Dubai right now as we speak that we're going to be able to control right here from my Asteroid Hunter Center. We're going to be able to be allowed to use it from time to time, and we're so excited about that, man. So we're just grateful to Mike and the guys for asking us to be part of the team, man. It's like an honor. So a lot of good stuff happening. Right now I'm just trying to get the PH2 guiding to go up above on the screen up here. It's calibrating right now, but it's been giving me errors, so I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm just trying to see if I can get that going. We got 6 people. How many people we got watching, Brandon?
For me, it's just 7.
Nice. Nope. Calibration failed. Star did not move enough. So bizarre. As soon as stars move, power stars view. Bad backlash. calibration. I'm just doing some research here, guys, on this calibration error that I'm having. So let me just take a look at that and see if that's something that's I can remedy here. Let's try that and see what happens. $51. Calibration steps are too small. What was his calibration steps at? Oh, it's not coming up. Let's see what that does for us. There, it's moving now. It's giving me some calibration step errors. I don't know why, so it's a little boring right now. Apologize for that. Mike, did you ever get that marker situation figured out? I'm just talking to 8KE12, so AITKE12. I had some questions. You guys have any questions or anything in the chat, man? You want to ask me? Fire away, man. I know we're sitting here watching the paint dry, but I'm just trying to get this mount calibrated properly. It may not work. We may have to stop, but that's okay. Sometimes it's like that, you know. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know, man. I'm hoping I can help you out with something. Nope, that did not work. Calibration step 750. Advanced 16. What was this at 12? What does that put that at? It's ridiculous. Meaning, yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I'm auto restore calibration. Let's just see if I can restore the calibration from last. See if it'll restore it or not. Sometimes, you know, these computers, guys, they give us problems, you know. It is what it is, so that's how it goes. How long have I been streaming? Yikes. Long time. I must have some weird backlash in the mount at that location. It's probably the case. Oh, it's really weird. If this thing fails again, I'm just gonna have to call it. Figure out what's going on. But we just want to stream tonight, guys. Say hey to everybody. You know, we were captured an asteroid earlier. I was showing you guys, and I was gonna try to do something else here. So, but you know what? This thing's moving pretty good right now. I can see the actual images moving. So maybe we'll get some going. I got some calibration issues going on with my guiding, my D2 guiding. So I'm trying to work it out. I'm messing with the settings here. So I'm just trying to see if I can get this thing to calibrate. And I'd like to do this run on this asteroid here to just show you guys real quick. Take a few exposures of it so you can see it. But if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know, man. I know we got a few people watching. It's moving the star around quite a bit right now. Probably could move the mount to another location and bring it back, and it probably would guide just fine. So who knows? Okay, so we got some guiding going on. It's good. I don't know what our error correction is, probably pretty bad right now. So let's see, but we're gonna just roll with it, boys. So I'm gonna do a 30-second run here. So let's just start capturing these. Let's grab 30. We're gonna do 30 seconds. Let's just do 20 frames at 30. So right now we're gonna just do some capturing. My PH2 is guiding at this point, so you can see we got some graph going across here. It takes a minute for it to kind of get dialed in. We're at 0.76, so we are kind of under the 1 tolerant, so we're doing okay right now, but we'll just keep an eye on it, see what it does. And we're only doing 30-second exposures, so hopefully we'll be okay, but we're gonna just run these frames out a little bit here. So just gonna hang out a little bit. If you guys want to hang out, if not, I'll stop the stream, but if you want to hang out, we'll just do a long stream tonight, man. It don't matter. How we doing over there, Brandon? You okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Looking good.
So it's, you know, our error correction's at about 0.63, so that's not too bad. She's guiding. That's what's important. So we got our telescope set up on the other side of this garage door, and all the computers are running. So those of you that may be joining us for the first time, we literally got a telescope set up right on the other side of this door, and we're essentially capturing some images. So while that's going, I'm going to load Astrometry.net. Let's see if we can get that first image uploaded right now. 9:31, so let's get the first one loaded. Hopefully that's going to do a little better for us right now. Alexa, turn the volume up to 4. Alexa, turn the volume down to 3. I just uploaded the very first image that we just took just now. Our guiding's real good right now, 0.49, so we got really good guiding happening, which is great. Go to results page. All right, let's see. Yeah, we had some people asking us about just doing a long stream, so we're just chilling on a Saturday night here, guys. Just taking some images. I'm just going to show you guys this 2000 QL asteroid that's out there. I'm going to pull it in here, and we got some frames going down of it, so I just want you guys to see it. It's moving pretty slow, it looks like. Let's see here. It's that image is going to be no good because it's got a little slink on it there. So you know what I want to do? I'm going to take image number 2 instead. Sometimes you get an image that's you pull it in, and then, like, I'm looking at this and look at the focus on it's pretty bad, so I'm not going to use that. I'll use image number 2, which looks a lot better. So that's why we take otherwise, reason why we take about 30 images per run, because sometimes we get images that are just no good. Okay, so let me do a data on this one. On zone 958.9. It's going to be 66, 51, 59. Let's just take a look and see if we can see this thing looking a little better. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch right now for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit likes on the videos that we have, all those kinds of things. But we appreciate all the support that we get, man. It's awesome. Okay, so now I have to plate solve this image. So let's take a look. That looks pretty close. So if I go like this. Oops. Boom. Okay, so we have plate solved the image. I'm going to blink this image. I'm going to put an overlay on it. See if we can look at this asteroid, see if it looks any better. There it is right there, so let's take a look. There it is right there. So right now these are only about 30 seconds apart. So what I'm going to do is let me do the full run. Right now we're doing about 20 of these, so I'll space these apart. We'll get a little more movement on them. So now that I see that we actually have the asteroid in the image, so let's just see what we get going. That thing's really moving slow, man. So right now we're at 14 of 20. So we're just shooting these images right now, and we'll just stack them up here as we go along, and I'll just take them a few apart here. So probably do is load 1 and then load probably 7, 12. We'll load a few spaced apart so we can see if we can see movement on it. 0.18 on our error correction. Really good. Mount's tracking extremely well right now. Just a few more images, guys. We're at 16 of 20, so let's get all 20 of those, and then I'll load them in. One, 6, 12. That one. Let's load number 2 in instead. There it is. There's the asteroid right there, guys, moving along. So that's 2000 QL right now. That's just cruising out there. So these are just 30-second apart images. I took I did what did I do? 20 of them, and I just took about 5, and they're probably, what were they, 30? These are probably a couple minutes apart each image, you know. So I usually grab one every few minutes and then throw it in there and stack them up. So I don't stack all 30 or 20, 30 of them. I just grab a few. they only want measurements from a few of these images. They don't want like a whole big huge string outrun. So, and this allows you to at least see the movement of it. So, but there it is, man, and that's basically what we do. So this asteroid does not need any data collection from the Minor Planet Center on it. It's actually already pretty cataloged and pretty secure, so we know we have the actual orbital data on it. So, but I wanted to just show you guys, hey man, there's another one out there, and just do a quick run. Sorry, I did have some problems with my guide system, but we got her working, and everything's working good now. So, but there it is. All right, I'm going to call a stream, but I just want to show you guys, and we just wanted to come hang out, man, and just say hey to everybody. I know it's been a while, so, but we are here, and we will be off and on through the winter. Especially, it's better as it gets darker earlier for us. We can get started earlier. It is very helpful, especially the kids are still in school, those kind of things. So, with my son helping me out, that helps out a lot. So, we will be here, and again, we're just we got a new endeavor. We got the Worldwide Variable Star Hunters that just got us on board with them to help out with the Atlas program out of Hawaii, helping track these things. We got a team of guys around the nation, and we were asked to be a part of that team. So we are grateful to be part of it, and grateful to those guys for looking at us to help them out. So. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I'm going to end the stream now. And you guys take it easy. All right. Have a good night there. Take care.